loves, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time stopping by, then welcome. My name is Loz and this is Lorzofattraction, where we do all things budget beauty, planning, faith topics, and also revolution news. So if you like that content, that kind of content, then keep watching. But for today, I'm going to be sharing with you my top 5 highlighters. All of these are affordable highlighters that I own. In the last couple of days, I've been sharing on Instagram my highlighter collection. So this is like a follow-up video from those 2 posts, and I'll be sharing with you my top 5 highlighters from that whole collection. From my collection, I have about 20 or so highlighters in total, and this is my top 5 from that 20. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so at number 5 we have the Makeup Revolution Summer of Love Triple Baked Bronzer. The name of the bronzer is Summer of Love. It's a kind of a light bronzy kind of color. I love this highlighter mainly as an under eye brightener. I use this to brighten my under eyes. When I do like a full face of makeup, I usually use it to brighten up under my eyes. So that is what I mainly use it for. That is why it's number 5 on my list, because I don't usually use it for as an actual highlight on my cheeks. I use it mainly for my under eyes, but it does give a nice glow, very subtle glow on your cheeks if you want that as well. So that's my number 5. Number 4, I have the Maybeline Master Chrome Highlighter. This is in the shade, what is the shade? Molten Bronze. So this is the deepest they have in this range. I know that everybody was kind of going crazy for the Molten Gold highlighter in this range, but I got the Molten Bronze because, as you can see, it's a lot deeper and it will suit my skin tone. Again, just like the Summer of Love highlighter, I use this Maybelline Super Chrome highlighter for what do I use it for? I use it mainly for my under eyes. I use it to brighten up a little bit under my under eye, just give it a soft illumination under it. It's very smooth. There's no chunks in it, so it works really well for that. As you can see, there's a nice pattern in there, but I've kind of rubbed it off because when I got this highlighter, I've used it for my under eyes quite a lot. So yeah, I do love it. It's very subtle, it's very smooth. As you can see next to the Revolution, I Heart Revolution one, it's obviously quite a bit darker. So yeah, this Molten Bronze highlighter is about, I think it's probably about £8 or something like that. I will put the prices up here of all these highlighters I'm sharing with you. This is about £8 and I love it for my under eyes as well. I do like putting highlighter under my under eyes. It was a tip that was shared with me by my colleague, because I found before that when I put on concealer, my under eyes still didn't look as bright as I wanted to, and she said to me, oh, why don't you try to put a bit of highlighter, just a very soft highlighter, brush it underneath your eyes, and it will brighten up your concealer. And I was like, okay, let me try that. And since I've tried it, I love that technique. So if you find that your under eyes is still a little bit dull after you put on a concealer, and you don't want to a concealer that's ridiculously lighter than your skin tone, just kind of brighten it up with a bit of a very subtle highlight like these 2, obviously in your shade, and hopefully it should work for you as well. But I love that trick. On number 3, I have an OG in my collection, which is the Revolution Ultra Blush Palette in Golden Sugar. Now this is supposed to be a blush palette, but I actually use it as a highlight palette. So as you can see, it has lots of gorgeous colors in there. There's something really for everyone. There's a light gold right at the bottom, your bottom left. There's a nice, like, very light gold. There's a bronzy color, marble color there at the top, near the top right corner there. There's a nice gold right here. There's some pinky shades as well you can put as blush toppers, and there's a bronzer right here for those who have a lighter skin tone. So this is a really nice palette. When I first bought this palette, I didn't actually use it very much, but recently I've rediscovered it and I absolutely love it. I have it on today. I mixed these mirrors. I mixed the bronze shade and the gold shade together to get the highlight on my cheeks today. And as you can see, it gives a really nice wet look. I'm going to swatch a few of them for you. I'll swatch the white one, I'll swatch the bronzy marbled one, and I'll swatch the gold one as well. So we'll just swatch those here. So that's the bronze, that's the white color, and that is the gold. So as you can see, it is absolutely gorgeous. So that's those three here, the bronze, the white, and the gold. It's really beautiful. It mixes well together with each other if you want to mix it up. And I must say, I personally love palettes. I love eyeshadow palettes because I love highlighter palettes because of the versatility. You can mix and match to see what kind of, you know, looks you can come up with, and I personally love them more than single highlighters. So yeah, that is a Golden Sugar palette, and it only retails for £6. So £6 for all these shades, it's a bargain, and it looks so beautiful on the skin. So I love that. So that's my number 3. My number 2 has to be the one and only Soph Does Nails times Revolution highlighter palette. This palette retails for £8. Everybody and their mother at this point has this palette. What I love about this palette is that it suits so many people. I've seen tutorials and looks on it from the lightest of skin tones to the darkest of skin tones. Everybody loves this palette, and I truly believe it suits lots of skin tones. Now the deepest shades in here, which are kind of like these 4, they do suit my skin, but obviously they're not as bronze on my skin, but it gives me a nice highlight, a really beautiful highlight. I loved the baked shadows in it. Why do I keep saying shadows? The baked highlighters in here, I love them. Even this purple one, the purple one in here, that you'll think, okay, that would not work for you, Lorraine. It works. It works for me. It works really nicely on my skin, but I have to obviously use it as a topper. So if I'm going for like a really like a cool tone look, and I want like a little bit of a icy kind of sparkle on my cheek, I'll put down one of the bronzy colors, and then I'll top it with a little bit of that purple, and it's absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to swatch the purple color, the bronze color, and again the gold. So I swatched these 3 here. Okay, so we'll put that here. So we'll put the purple, the bronze, and the gold. Look at that. These 3 here, absolutely beautiful. They're gorgeous colors. For £8, this is a bargain. I absolutely love it. My number 1 highlighter Actually, before I go to my number one, I'm going to do 2 honorable mentions now. I try to keep it to the top 5, but these 2 I have to mention them because I also really love them. The first one I have is actually a single loose shadow from, again, Revolution. As you can see, most of my affordable highlighters are from Revolution. So yeah, I have only this single loose shadow. Oh my god, I'm ready to say loose shadow one more time. Sorry, I meant loose highlighter. I have the Savannah Lights loose highlighter from the Pearl Lights range, and yeah, I have it in the shade Savannah Lights, and this is a beautiful bronzy coppery shade, and it looks beautiful on deep skin tones. Loose highlighters are quite messy, but when you can get them on, it's really nice. Now it's, oh god, that is a terrible swatch. Let me try again. This highlighter I love to use underneath other highlighters that I own, just there. As you can see, it's a very deep color, very subtle, kind of like, it just gives you that kind of like glossy, lit from within look on deep skin tones, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, that's the Savannah Lights loose highlighter from Revolution, and that retails for £5. So you just can't beat it. Look how big this bottle is. There's 25 grams in here. You will never finish it. For £5, it's absolute bargain. Then my other honorable mention is the Revolution Beauty Ultra Pro Glow highlighter palette. Now this highlighter palette is the first one. So there's a Ultra Pro Glow, and there's a Pro Glow 2 as well, but this is the first one. So I bought this from England, from Superdrug, for, I think I paid £10. I don't know why I paid £10, but I bought this quite a while ago. But after I bought it, I saw it again in the shop, and it was £8. So I don't know what happened there, but it does retail for £8. So maybe they decided to change the price. And it has all these lovely colors for, again, I think it will suit quite a lot of skin tones, except maybe somebody who's like super pale. But if you're light to deep, you can use this palette, which is amazing. And for £8 you get eight pans. You get pinks, you get bronzes, you get golds, you get light golds, you know, you get like all sorts of like gorgeous colors. So yeah, it's a really nice palette, and it's not what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing the golden sugar today, but yeah, it's a really nice palette, and I do really enjoy using this one as well. Maybe I'll swatch a few shades of this one. Let me try the pink. The pink is not like the greatest. Let me try the pink and the bronze. Let's try those two. Ooh, where is this pink? Okay, let's swatch that pink here and the bronze here. So I can see the pink is not very pigmented, but the bronze is beautiful. So yeah, that is the Ultra Pro Glow, and that is also a great highlighter palette, so I had to mention it as an honorable mention. So my number one highlighter palette, if you have not guessed, because I've said it a lot on my social media, on my Instagram, but my number one has to definitely be the Revolution Pro Supreme Highlighter in Metals. Now this highlighter palette is small but definitely mighty. The colors in here are just out of this world. It is gorgeous, it is unique, it is the texture of it is stunning. It's so soft and buttery. It's just a gorgeous palette, and I absolutely love it. It goes on my skin so well, it suits my skin so well, and I think that it suits quite a lot of people's skin tones. I've seen it on Tammy, I've seen it on Samantha JL, I've seen it on quite a few people where it just looks absolutely beautiful. They have it in two other palettes as well. 2 other shades. There's a gold one and an ice one, but this is supposed to be for the deep skin tones. So it's absolutely beautiful. The packaging is sturdy, it's thick, and it only retails for £6, so it's an absolute bargain, and I absolutely love it. And it's definitely my number one because of the feel of it, the longevity of it, the way it glides on your skin is perfection. So yeah, that is my top 5 highlighters in my affordable highlighters in my collection. I only do have affordable highlighters. So yeah, that's my top 5. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe.